Here's 2,000 points of Chaos Space Marines Alpha Legion, starting off with the Lord. It's going to be Mark Decorn, got the Axeblind Fury and the Burning Brand. Then we got a level 3 Sorcerer with no mark. Probably going to roll on the Pyromancy table. Right behind him, they've got 9 guys. Is that 10? Yeah. Whoop. We got 9 guys there. They're going to be no marked either. They're going to roll with him inside of that Rhino. Behind the Lord, we got 9 Corn Marines with the banner. No special weapons, the Sergeant's got lightning claws. Just got a 6-man here. They got a plasma gun right there and a power weapon. Right behind them, you just got a 5-man with just a power weapon. We got 10 Nurgle Marines with 2 melta-guns. Sergeant's got a power fist. They're going to be in that Rhino. All the Rhinos have the extra Combi Bolter and Havoc Launchers and Warp Flame Gargoyles. Then over here we got Alpha, and then got Omega, 2 Hell Brutes, just standard. And then we got 3 Predators, decked out similar. They all got auto cannons and heavy bolters, but these 2 have the Combi Bolter and Havoc Launcher, and then they all have the Warp Flame Gargoyles. And then Fast Attack got the Hell Drake right there, and that is the 2,000 points. Yeah, I just rolled up for my Psychic Powers. I didn't take a mark, so I took them all off Pyromancy. I got the, what is that, the Primaris, which is the Flamer. I got Force, obviously, for my Force Sword. Then I got Fire Shield, which is pretty nice. The Sunburst, which is cool Witchfire, and Inferno as well, which is also a cool little Witchfire. That's the only reason I wanted to roll on Pyromancy there. So we'll see if they come into play or not.
This is 2,000 points of Imperial Guard, again, 3rd time in a row. For HQs today I brought Company Command Squad with Creed and Kel, a couple Plasmas, a Medic, and the Astropath Master of Ordnance, an Officer of the Fleet. I also brought my Lord Commissar, the Monster, 3 extra Commissars, and 3 Psychers. Troops. I have 2 platoon command squads, one right there with the Meltas and a medic, one right there with snipers and a medic. My 4 10-mans, 3 with grenade launchers, 1 with the flamer, 1 inside a Chimera, the Thorax Prime for my 1 melted command squad, and then a lot of heavy weapons that he can set on fire, 2 las cannons, heavy bolter missile launcher, and 4 mortars. And then I also brought an Aegis defense line with a quad gun. Hopefully to take care of that dragon. And that's it. 2G. 1999 to be exact.
Alright, here's a little shot of the board. We got the Hammer and Anvil deployment, I think is what it's called. Where it's this end, that end, Dawn of War. There we go. Little shot, got a little bastion line. These are going to count as actual bastions with 4 hull points and all that good stuff. It's a little desert oasis, been bombarded. Alright, just finished deployment. Alpha Legion on this side. We're going to start. We got a Predator right there. Got a 5-man holding that objective. Got the Hell Brute. That's where the Warlord is right there in the Rhino. Got my other Hell Brute, another Predator. I got the Warlord trait D3, or infiltrating. So he infiltrated up there. I got one other squad that's going to be outflanking too, just a 7-man that's walking on. And then we got the Sorcerer. He is out, so I can cast some blessings before he hops in that Rhino right there. And then the other Predator. And then across the way, we got this squiggly line Aegis. Got some las cannons up front there. They got a Commissar in there, and then you got a squad with the Primaris Psyker who's going to be actually on the gun. And then you got this 10-man with the Primaris Psyker. You got a squad of snipers in, plus a squad of heavy bolters that are in the bastion. We got 3 las cannons with Commissar up top. Kel and Creed are in the middle there. We got a squad of, looks like mortars in the back. Another squad of las cannons up front there. Looks like we got a 10-man with Commissar right there. Right over here we got some, looks like missile launchers. And then he got, for his Warlord traits, he got the D3 can also outflank, so that Chimera with the 10 man is outflanking. And then this Chimera, or the Torox Prime, gonna see the first time that's in use. Looks like some veterans, they're also gonna be outflanking. And then I got the Helldrake in reserves, obviously. And let's just swing around the board. We're playing Mission 2 of the Maelstrom of War, which is Contact Lost. So it looks like we got 2 squads of mortars back here. And then there's Kel and Creed hanging out, gonna issue some orders. So it's gonna be a bloody massacre. And a fun game, to say the least. And then we're gonna roll for this, steal the initiative.
6.
No good. Alright, let's do this. Turn 1, Alpha Legion. There we go, just wrapped up turn 1. It's a pretty good turn. Alright, so the shot up here first of all with the Predator. Killed 1 and set him on fire with the Soul Blaze. These guys both ran up. In the Psychic phase, I put a 4-up cover save on that Hellbrute right there. He's also taking that objective, which will give him a 3-up. Those guys stood still, and these guys moved up 6. Took a couple pot shots into the mortar squad through that door right there. Killed, or put a wound on one, and then set him on fire, and then ended up putting another wound on him from the fire. The infiltrated Nurgle Marines just went up there. They shot into the las cannons and ended up putting 2 wounds on there. Yeah, 2 wounds on them. And then these guys, the Rhino immobilized itself on that Aegis right there. And then these guys hopped out and ran. Took this objective though, got a point for that. That was nice. This shot into the squad that was kind of zigzagging along there, as well as the other Predator. So both Predators shot over there and ended up killing a lot. Put them on fire. There's only 2 left, and they're still on fire. The fire ended up killing 1 guy too. But they're within the 12 inches. They didn't have to take a morale check. And that was the turn. Kind of uneventful, but starting to whittle them down. And I scored 2 points. Woo! That was end of Imperial Guard turn number 1. It was a really good round. Back to my old habits of not making an armor save. These guys starting off, shot over there at that Predator. Failed the pen. Then we had... As for movement, there wasn't much. Just a couple people shuffled around the big movement. These guys hopped up to protect that Psyker right there. Let's see what happened. The Psychic phase, he paralleled to the warp on a charge. I denied it, but then he had Feel No Pain, so we passed that. That was nice. And then in the orders, he ordered these guys to shoot into here with the Monster Hunter, and ended up blowing it up, got 2 immobilized results. The squad got out, and then just fucking got decimated. Pretty much everything in range shot at them. Mortars. Mortars killed 3 guys, so that was pleasant. The Nurgle Marines just not holding up. These guys did first rank fire into them. Killed 2 with fucking las guns. So, just failing my armor saves is what I'm best at when I'm playing Marines. But besides that, he killed 1 guy out of that squad. And that was it. So there's 1 guy left. Passed 2 pinning checks and a... End of Alpha Legion turn 2, and little momentum going, but not much. Went 12 inches with this Predator, snap fired into there, ended up putting 1 wound on him, set him on fire, but then the blaze went out. Hellbrute went up 6, shot into those guys. He went to ground and made a cover save. This Hellbrute went up, tried to shoot up top at those guys and missed. This guy went up 6, didn't immobilize himself, so that was a bonus. With his burning brand, he set these middle guys on fire and ended up killing 2 of them. And then the flame kept going and ended up killing 1 more. So, and I killed the medic out of there, so they don't have Feel No Pain anymore. That was quite nice. This Predator went up 6, snap fired into that squad that was right there, and maybe killed like 1 or 2, so then they were already set on fire. Psychic phase was pretty good. I got off, what the hell is it called? I got off Inferno, so that was a good one. It was a large blast with ignores cover. Put it on those guys and ended up killing 4. Killed 1 guy from that lone Psyker squad, and put a wound onto the whatever autocannon gun, but it did its damage. It ended up putting 2 hull points onto the Helldrake and stunned him, so he couldn't shoot this turn. So that sucked.
Interceptor.
Tried to fix itself again. This Rhino didn't. This guy shot over. I think it was into the las cannons, or maybe that big squad. But either way, didn't do anything because he was only snap firing the heavy bolters, and they really didn't do anything. Melta guy walked up and put a Melta gun into the one las cannon and killed him, but then failed his charge. And then these guys put some bolter rounds into that squad too, but they held their morale. They're still on fire though, so a couple guys are still on fire, which is nice. But can't really kill a squad. But just got to close the distance. That's the goal. That was the end of Imperial Guard turn. It's pretty devastating. They never wiped out a unit, but they put a lot of damage on units. So both his outflankers came in. The Storax Prime came in, melted the side of this, got a pen, but only stunned it. What else? The other one came in on this side. Shot into here, put a stun on him, the multi-laser. These guys hopped out, flamed, and then shot their las guns here, and ended up killing one guy. The mortars shot over here onto these guys. One of the 3, there's 3 sets of mortars, but the first one shot over here, and then scattered over there and ended up killing 5 of their guys. And then the second 2 ended up killing 2 guys. So hooray for mortars. What else happened over here? These guys all joined into one big cohesive squad and shot into here and didn't kill him. Let's go to what? These guys got an order to get back up, and then they just ran 4 inches away. These guys have flak missiles, shot onto my guy but couldn't pin him. Pretty much everything else just took pop shots somewhere to no avail, except for the las cannon up here. Put a pin in this Hell Brute and immobilized him, so that sucks. Or actually, no, that was the Master of the Ordnance. Yeah, he dropped it on this guy, but it scattered off, hit this guy, put a pin, immobilized my Hell Brute. So now he's just going to be sitting back there, pretty much useless. But then the Soul Blaze went in. I kept fire on Creed, put a wound on him, but then he saved it with his flak armor. Who else got burned? These guys are still burning here. Put 1 wound, but didn't. Failed to put a wound, but they're still burning. Same with the gun. Failed to put a wound, but it's still burning. So that was the turn. No points were scored. So we're going to start up the next one. End of Alpha Legion turn number 3. These guys shuffled around here, tried for a long ball charge and failed it. This guy, since he was stunned, he just rammed it. That was the first time I've ever rammed a vehicle in 40k. Didn't do anything. I think I pinned or hit, obviously, and failed the pin. And then I guess you can snap shoot afterward, so snap shot in there, but then failed the pin. Hellbrute was immobilized. He took a shot at that squad and missed. This guy shot into the mortars, which were underneath there. Failed the wound, I believe. What else happened? The Bell Flamer here hit all these guys. The Lord Commissar ended up killing 2 of them. And then the guns from up top shot in there and killed them. Melt-A-Gun shot into him too. Failed the wound though. What happened? The Vector Strike killed that last las cannon. So when the Helldrake flew off, killed last las cannon. These guys went up here and also shot into that squad to help weaken them and ended up killing like 2 guys. During the psychic phase, I got off a Nova and just obliterated those last 3 or 4 guys that were right there and put a glance onto this Chimera. And then I also rammed with this one into it and ended up putting a pin and made him shaken this turn. And then tried to shoot into him with the autocannon and missed. Or hit one and failed. He tried to fix himself again for no apparent reason. These guys, or that Predator, shot up top of those guys there, killed 3 of them, put them on fire, and that ended up killing 1 more. So, Soul Blaze against Scarred is pretty good. But I only got 2 points. Because I killed the Psyker and also killed the character as well. Some shit like that, who knows. But that's how it looks right now. Getting ready to start off the Imperial Guard. Turn number 3.
Everything that shot pretty much did nothing.
end of the Imperial Guard turn. Not much happened. A lot of shots went out, but didn't. I don't think killed anything. Anyway, let's go. This thing zoomed over here. Took that objective. Plopped these guys out though, and they shot the melta guns in there. Ended up shaking it, put him in a whole point. He still got one left. Missile shot into him too, trying to finish him off, but couldn't pin. Or I made a cover save, either way. Hellbrute, nothing shot at the Hellbrute. These guys over here charged. Well, before they charged, what shot them and fucking mobilized them?
Shot him with the
Oh, it was the
and then the blast.
yeah, orbital bombardment was dropped here, scattered back, ended up immobilizing the Hellbrute. Let's see, a bunch of orders were issued to no avail. Heavy bolters from inside shot at the sorcerer who broke off and didn't put a wound. This Chimera is smoking now because it tank shocked him. He passed his leadership, but then it immobilized itself, and that was the last whole point. These guys lost a couple due to some mortar fires, and I think a heavy bolter from the Bastion as well. This guy died, the Nurgle guy. And las cannon shot. This thing saved like 4 pins with that cover save from the fire shield. So that was nice. I think the las cannon got a pin, and the Torox put the rest of the fire into him as well. And then charged into hand-to-hand. I missed, or I hit, and then failed the wound, and then he pretty much did the same thing, hit twice, and then failed the pin. And that was the turn. Got some points, maybe. Not positive, but I gotta see if this guy is still on fire. The gun. Yeah, still on fire. One. Needs a 6. No, alright. That's the end of the turn. Start. Helldrake's coming back on. We're gonna mop this up. Let's get a table in. There it is. End of Alpha Legion turn 4. Start from left to right. This guy right here just pivoted. He was snap shooting, so he just snapshotted in there. Ended up killing a guy, setting him on fire. Fire didn't hurt anybody though. These guys ran around the side here, shot into the Torox Prime, charged it, blew it up because I had the power maul. This guy took a pop shot up there because that's all he could shoot at and failed to hit. What happened? This guy over here snapshotted, went up 12 and snapshotted everything over there. Killed one, and the other guy ended up breaking and running off the table. In the hand-to-hand, Hellbrute killed the guy, and then he got smashed by the Psyker because of strength 6 on the rear. This vehicle went up 6. The Lord hopped out that way. These guys hopped out that way. The guys shot bolt pistols into the mortars, put a wound on them. The Lord used his flamer to burn those guys inside and ended up killing 2 guys. Helldrake came on, burned Creed and Kel, and killed all those guys, so that got me Warlord. This guy actually took a shot this turn, didn't try and fix himself. At this one lonely guy up here, hit and wound him, made his cover save. Also, that Rhino did the same thing, hit and wound him, and then he made his cover save. The guys creeping around the backside there blew up the auto gun, or whatever it's called. Auto cannon, Super Hades auto cannon of doom. Something like that. Psychic phase, I shot the large blast into the back there and killed one guy from each of the mortar squads. And that was the only thing I did in the psychic phase. This Predator moved up 12, snap fired back there too, but didn't hit anything. These guys shot into him and ended up killing one guy as well. So that wraps it up. I only got 2 points that turn, but there's not much left on the board. But if he can just stay alive, especially in this building here, it's going to save him from a tabling. But we got one more turn to do that. Here's some retaliation right now. Yeah, end of Imperial Guard turn 4. Not much happened. He shot, didn't do anything. He killed like one guy over here, one guy from that squad over there. And that was it. He charged into the Corn Marines and they got hacked apart. And then we called the game right there because then the Soul Blaze ended up killing that squad right there. And he's got like 6 models left. I'm probably going to table him. So that was the game. That was the first Alpha Legion victory. Hoorah! There's a lot of Alpha Legion left on the board for once. So that was nice. But big thing on that I'd have to say is the Soul Blaze. He had a complete infantry army, and Soul Blaze was just getting me lots of extra kills with Ignores Cover AP5. So pretty much everything I had Soul Blaze, so that was nice. And everything got wounded, but nothing. Actually, the only thing that died was the Hellbrute and that Rhino. Everything else either just lost some hull points, got hit up, got hurt, but not wiped out. So that was nice. That was the first time that happened. Good game. So we're counted as a tabling. Where I am. This guy right here is a tabling. That was a good one. Bam, sucker. Alpha Legion Chaos for the win.